Welcome, everyone, back to the Courage Pays Better Than Fear podcast, episode number 7. We're back from the dead, Edmund.
It was a rough 2 weeks. I thought it was COVID, but I ended up getting the flu or something, and it put me out for a solid 8 days. And then this crybaby got it too.
Yeah, so thanks a lot. It's a gift that just kept on giving. I got it. I was laid up forever, it seems. My daughter got it. It was just miserable. But we are
back.
Kind of back. We're still got some remnants of it.
I'm not hacking up my lungs anymore.
Nah, but we are here. We have a lot of exciting news to share with everyone. We have created a studio here in Landenberg, Pennsylvania. It is not complete yet, but the start of it that we are recording here today. So this is an exciting day for us.
Yeah, so we got out of his grandmother's living room.
That's right. And now we're in the garage.
Right? So I would say about a week and a half ago, my buddy Tom and I, we came out here. Of course, he was on vacation somewhere with his family, and we knocked out a couple walls in the garage, and Jeremy spent some time over the last couple of days putting up this soundproofing it. So we're hoping the quality's better. We're hoping things look a little better. We actually have a decent camera that we'll be utilizing in the future as well. So
what you're seeing today, hopefully there's an uptick in the production value, but it's only going to get better because we're not finished yet. But more importantly, we are back with a brand new episode, number 7. We didn't die. We didn't quit. We didn't leave this behind. We just had to get healthy. And we are going to get started with a furious 3. And Edmund, you're up, dude.
So you're asking me questions.
I'm asking you 3
Because I don't have any questions prepared. What are they? Here we go.
All right, so I got to think about this.
So while he's thinking, I just want to give a shout out to a couple people. Dia, you're one of them. People thought we quit, right? People are just like, all right, you just started this podcast and stopped. Are you thinking? You got your questions?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
All right, keep thinking. We're actually reaching out to us. Like, did you guys stop? I found your information encouraging, funny, that sort of thing. And want to make sure you guys are going to continue. And flat out said, absolutely. So we missed 2 weeks. The week prior, I had to go, Jeremy came down, helped me take the boat out the water. And then also last week, like I said, we were both really sick. So
yeah, I'm ready.
You ready for my? All right, let's go.
Here we go. What is your most embarrassing moment? Because you sprung that on me the last episode. Most embarrassing moment.
Man, when I just speak sometimes. I mean, like I said, I don't know, but I have some embarrassing. I can't think of anything specific, but some of my most embarrassing moments is like when I watch myself on video and I'm like, did you really just use that word? That's not even a word. I don't even think that word's like in the English vocabulary. Or when I'm trying to sound sophisticated, I'm talking to Michael Lush and the team, and I know these guys are in the background why in the world did we bring this guy on? Because I'm good at sales. That's fine, right? So I keep things on the 3rd and 5th grade level. I can explain things on the 3rd and 5th grade level.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, right? So that's where most of America operates anyway. Sometimes when I just when I'm speaking and I come back and I look at what I was saying. So I'll give you one. And this was in the classroom, and this was with Chip Helm's wife, Nicole. She was teaching, and I was in English 10 class, and I was reading, and it was English 10 class, and the word genre, right?
I know this.
You remember this,
yes.
Right? Instead of calling it genre, right, which is a category in the English language for books and stuff. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I got that right.
Good so far.
I said Janier. And I have no idea why, I don't know, maybe I'm dyslexic or what the deal is, but I read it completely wrong, and she started bagging up in the back of the class. The kids started bagging up, and I'm like, I've never even seen this word before. What are you people talking about? I'm doing my best to pronounce it.
It's like a cross between genre and engineer. You just put them together.
All right, see?
You created your own word.
Created my own word.
You're an innovator, man. Congratulations. Here you go. Here's your next one. What is a unique, weird skill, talent that you have that most people would be surprised about?
I could eat Reapers and not cry like a little girl.
Besides the Reapers, what's something that you have a unique skill or talent at?
A unique skill or talent? Man, that's a hard one. Let me think on that one. Come back to it.
Man. All right, and then here's the last one. You have to make a choice here. If you had to change your first name, you were forced in a position where you had to change your first name, what would you change it to?
I don't know. I'd probably have to go with my middle name, which is James.
James?
Yeah.
Okay.
Edmund was always weird, but I kind of like it, honestly. I don't know if I really would change it, but if I had to, I'd probably go with James. Can't really think of anything else out there unique. But a lot of people don't have the first name Edmund. So, when you hear the name come up, people usually know that's associated with me. Because, I mean, like, how many Edmunds do you know, right? I don't like being called Ed. I don't like being called Eddie. Edward, don't like Edward either. I'm down with Special Eddie. Special Eddie works, right? That's my nickname anyway.
I prefer Cupcake. I think that's the best name.
Okay.
Do you think of your special talent yet, man?
No, I didn't. I could read, kind of.
All right, we're going to go with that. We'll go with that one. So there you go. There's the Furious 3 for this week. A little rusty coming back here, man.
Yeah.
We're shaking off the cobwebs.
Yeah, we are.
And that's what we're talking about in today's episode is, when you hit a low point or you hit a rut or you hit a setback, how do you push through that to get back on track, to get back in the groove, to get back into rhythm? Because that's something that both Ed and I, we're struggling with these last couple of weeks, being set back with being sick, being ill, and then getting back in a routine.
And really, it's a lot of it just has to do with, Nate Bailey says it, choose and move. You just got to choose and move. And having the 2 weeks off, think about a workout program or anything. Like, the moment that you go on vacation or something, or you miss that day or 2 days, it turns into 3, 4, 5 a week. And then it's just so hard to get back into the routine. And I remember after being sick, I got up that Monday morning and I'm like, it's a new week. Like, I have to get up and I have to go back to the gym, start working out again. And I drug my rear end out of bed. It wasn't fun. It was miserable. And then I started saying to myself, man, we still got to build this podcast room. Like, I don't feel like going to Lowe's. I don't feel like, putting all this stuff together and tracking my friend down so he can help me. This is just going to be a lot. But I just chose and I moved and got it done. And now here we are, right? So we're back. Full week back into our workout routine. And we got a pretty cool trip coming up this weekend. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yeah, so this actually tomorrow we're heading out to Deep Creek, Maryland, where we're going to spend some time doing some goal setting for the upcoming new year. When you think about it, 2023 is really only a month and a half away. So, just spending some time sitting down, kind of looking at the full scope of our lives, where we want to be headed these next 5 years. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Getting out there, and that was kind of one of the things that kept us propped up, during that period of time. We had this
trip coming up.
Yeah.
See, I had the Mexico trip that I went out on too. So I went out went with the Lighthouse Planning Crew, which is Chris Robinette, financial planner. He does a great job. My financial planner, Michael Lush's financial planner, and so many others. He threw an amazing event together. It was his first event, did a outstanding job, and we got to connect with one another. We got to hang out, have a good time. Even went on a catamaran cruise, snorkeling. All had dinner together, and we met some really cool people out there. In fact, we are getting ready to link up with a gentleman who's going to help us put some virtual events together for Replace Your Mortgage. We can talk more about that later. I'm sure Michael Lush will make an announcement, so will I. But that's going to be pretty cool coming up here in the near future. I think the first virtual event is going to be in January, and then I think we're going to try to push one event each quarter. So stay tuned, listen for that. And then, I mean, it was just an all-around great trip. And then came back for 4 days, got it in, started this, and now we are off tomorrow to go to Deep Creek, Maryland.
Yeah, and that's going to be a great time. And then just going back, when you hit those situations where you're kind of mired down, and Edmund made a great point there, you really only have two options. You can linger in that dark place and just be miserable, complain. I know I kept finding myself doing the same thing, like, oh man, why am I sick? Why am I not getting better? Blah, 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 blah. And just having that checkpoint to say, dude, like, you're going to keep feeling like garbage unless you just tell yourself, hey, it's time to move forward. Because you got to look at where you want to go and not keep ruminating on what negative thing that happened to you. And the other piece, too, is, what did your wife call it? She said you had a man cold.
Had a man cold. My wife is like the ice queen. If you don't know my wife, you haven't met her. Like, she has no empathy for human beings. Which I think is why
I just think no empathy for you.
No, it's human beings too. And me. It's just way less for me. I think that's why she's an ER nurse. She's out there, she's doing her thing. And it doesn't bother her if crazy things are happening to individuals. She just does her best to put them back together and like, okay, you're on your way. Now, if it were an animal or something, she'd be, oh my God, like, look at this poor little thing. I'm like, what about me? Like, look at this poor little thing laying in bed, hacking up blood. It was so bad. It was.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad to us, but I guess the point here is we talked about this too, and we had an episode on perspective a few weeks back, but what we were going through, when you think about some of the situations that others are going through when it comes to physical ailments or diseases, that really puts in perspective. Like, whatever, we had the flu, we had like some tiny cold or whatever, but you think of somebody who's really struggling with something significant, difficult, like a terminal illness, it really puts it in perspective, like, you just need to suck it up.
How lucky, how lucky you are. And, you only have so much time in a day and so much time, period. You could lose all your money and who cares, right? As long as you have your health.
As long as you're going to hook me up in case I lose all my market,
that you're on your own. You're an entrepreneur now. You learn from failing. Yeah, I mean, if you can lose all your money, right, and go bankrupt, and as long as you have your health, you can start over. And not saying I want to lose all my money, but the bottom line of it is, as long as you have your health, you're good. So I'm definitely grateful for that. You have, if something's going on with your health, money doesn't even matter at that point.
Yeah, and we talked about that too. Just, you don't realize how important being healthy and feeling good truly is until it's taken away from you. And thankfully, it was just a short period of time for us. But if you don't have your health, what do you have? I mean, if you think about it, that's the number one, because if you're not healthy, you can't be good for your family, you can't be good for yourself, you can't contribute to your community.
Yeah.
And,
so take care of yourself out there. If you've
100%.
If you've been thinking about like going to the gym, right? I let myself fall off. My dad bod was in full effect.
We got to get that picture too to show the audience.
I don't know. All right, I'll show.
Hey, that's some transparency.
It is. It's some transparency. I'll show I saw a picture of myself in Mexico, and
Mexico this time.
No, not this past Mexico, but it was like a year or so ago, and like dad bod was in full effect, and the belly, the beer in my hand, the double neck. I mean, it was a side view of me, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like. It was a wake-up call for me, honestly, and I said it became a non-negotiable for me. Will not have it anymore. I'm going to lose it, and I'm sticking with it, and it's not coming back, right? I absolutely refuse to walk around at 40-some years old with a terrible dad bod, right? Now, for those of you out there that got dad bods, all good, right? Some women love it. Hopefully your wife does. I'm not sure if mine did or not. Nothing's really changed. But yeah, just, set that goal. You got to find that compelling why. It is like, what? I'm not going to look like this anymore. Or I'm not going to put up with this boss anymore. Or I'm not going to deal with this job anymore. And you have to make that why so strong, right, that nothing else out there can get in your way. And you literally have to obsess over it. And it's to the point now to where, like, if I don't work out, like, I have an absolutely miserable day, right? I gotta, like Joe Rogan says, I gotta go get that good feeling, right? And that's what it is now for me, and I love it, and I'm glad that I got that back in my life.
Yeah, and it's like those things that you need in your life to keep you balanced, and keep you on the right path, the right track. And Edmund and I are very similar to that, because I'm the same way. If I'm not exercising, running, and we were talking about this too, like the past 15 years I've been a runner, not a very talented one, but when I'm not running, I am the worst version of myself. And that setback, being sick, not being able to do it, just getting in my head like, man, I just feel terrible, I can't. And just finding those things that when you do them, they make you feel better, they empower you. It's just so important.
And it could be for any category of life, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be about working out. You just got to figure out what it is you want to do, and you got to come up with a plan and just go after it. And you know what? Actually, I take that back. You don't need to come up with a plan. You just got to do it, right? It's not going to be perfect the first time. Like, if you're thinking about working out, you don't need to have some workout routine all figured out and mapped out for you. Just get up and go for a walk, right? That's how it all starts. Get off the couch, go for a walk, turn the walk into a little jog and walk, that sort of thing. And then just keep each day, just get progressively better. And that's how you get started on things. Yeah. So if you're interested in real estate, right, just start reading books about real estate, right? Or you can reach out to me and I'll just take care of it all for you, right? Through our Replace Your Employer program. But seriously, in all seriousness, like, you don't have to do that. You literally can just get started by reading books, listening to podcasts, and get your mental attitude right about what it is that you want to do, and just take baby steps each day. The process of doing it, over the repetition part of it is really what's the most important.
Yeah, it all comes down to consistency. Yeah. And whenever you're doing it day after day, month after month, year after year, that's when you see, the main results. Yeah. And you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have things that get in the way. You might get sick. Something might, drop you down. But you just got to keep pushing forward. And I think, that's what these last couple of weeks have been about. So the Courage Pays Better Than Fear podcast is not dead. We have not gone away. This is our jump back into it. We could have said, we're going to wait another week. But we're like, you know what? We got to get something out there. And now that we have the studio, we got a lot coming. And we had said before in the last episode that we were going to have that accountability workshop. Obviously, with everything that happened, that kind of got scratched from the book. So that is going to be coming probably after the holidays in January sometime. But we got a lot of stuff planned for the new year. And when we're in Deep Creek, we're definitely going to be generating ideas about where we're going to take this podcast for 2023. Absolutely. And,
it's going to be more of a tool to help people, right? It's sponsored by Replace Your Employer. And this is really just going to be a tool podcast to help people, take the next steps. So
right.
Now that we're in the garage, I think your kids are home.
Oh, man. So they see this now. They think it's like a playroom that they have to come down here. They're like, oh, Daddy, this is so cool. So, but the studio is getting started. It's not even where it's going to be. So there are so many things to look forward to. We are so grateful that you joined us here today for episode number 7, lucky number 7. We will be back next week, episode number 8. It's going to be the gratitude episode because it's Thanksgiving next week, man. I'm grateful for you, brother.
Yeah, I am. I'm grateful for. I'm glad you quit your job.
I'm glad I quit my job. I'm glad you helped me quit my job.
I'm glad he replaced his employer. Let's talk about that real quick because you've had some really, really good success with trading.
Yeah. Much love to Jeremy Newsom.
Yeah,
and the real life trading team.
Real life trading team, Jeremy Newsom. It's Replace Your Dollar under the Replace Your University umbrella. So if you're ever interested in trading and you want the best people, you got to hit up Replace Your Dollar and check out Jeremy Newsom.
Yep.
If you want the best in real estate, you need to hit me up. Just kidding. Nate's actually much better. So's TJ, honestly.
Much better looking, too.
Nate's out there in Bora Bora with his new wife. Congratulations to him, though. If you want to learn real estate, right, we have a Replace Your Employer program that can absolutely talk to you all about real estate. But the the trading. I mean, you've been averaging about $1,000 a day, don't you think?
Yeah, close to it. It's been a good couple of weeks here.
Yeah.
I actually started the month with a pretty sizable loss. And,
you did,
yeah.
But then you had like your best day ever.
Best day ever. Yeah, and I actually doubled the loss that I had. I doubled it.
Nice.
And so I mean, yeah, it's been good. And again, it just takes studying and just realizing too. You're gonna have those setbacks. You're gonna have those days where I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are you doing to learn more right now?
So, basically on the Real Life Trading website, they have free courses. So I'm finishing up the advanced course right now, but I don't just use that. I've probably read about 10 books on trading. I'm actually studying options right now. I'm getting ready to do some of my first covered calls. And it's just, the more that I learn, I'm like, why don't more people do? Like, I'm getting ready to school Edmund on call options once we're done with this.
He's like, forget rental properties. We're going to do call options.
Oh my God, it's insane what you can do. So it's just.
And we'll share it with you once we figure it out. We'll share it with you.
Yeah, because I'm about to pull that off here today. But it's just the thing that I'm finding is the more that you learn and you apply, and it's a constant process. You get better, and I am grateful, man, that you pushed me to keep looking for something more.
Yeah.
And I feel like I found it. This is my niche. I am a trader. I'm a trader. Not a great one.
Yeah.
Not even a good one yet, but I'm excited to get there. I want to be amazing at it. And life is good, man.
It's good.
Yep. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode number 7. We're going to be back here next week. We'll probably be recording Tuesday or Wednesday next week, being that the holiday's on Thursday. So it'll be the special Thanksgiving episode. In between now and then, we would love to hear from you in the comments. Please drop any questions, comments you have.
Smash that subscribe button.
Smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Share with your family and friends. And we will see you back here for episode number 8.
Courage pays better than fear.
It absolutely does.
Take care.
Have a great day.